I mentioned the double team and how the double team function of 2K. It's a bit generic and it's way too powerful. You know, it's way too cheesy. It's way too powerful because you could call it on someone, and let's say that person is trying to escape your double team, or you're trying to escape a double team. You're almost forced into locking into the double team. Now you could try to get away from it, but you're still, even when you're trying to get away from it, it's like your ability to run is restricted. Your ability to get out of it is restricted. At certain moments, you will run away from it, and the AI animate you back into it. It'll suck you back into it. So right here, I call a screen, and when I call it, I already knew that the double team was coming. So I try to run from the double team, and right here, as you can see, I'm doing like a light jog. All right, but watch what happens after the jog is over. I'm playing at regular speed. Light jog, boom, and then I'm allowed to take off. When in reality, I should just be allowed to take off the moment I hit the turbo and decide to run away. Like how in real life, if you decide you're just going to want to run and you can just take off, regardless of what the scenario is, that's what you're supposed to do when you hit the turbo, whether it's a double team, a triple, quadruple team. If all the fans in the damn stadium decide to chase you down, you're supposed to be allowed to just break off and run. All right? Either that's true or false. But in 2K, well, when this double team is called, because they're trying to over exalt the power of the double team, and they're trying to suck you into it for narrative purposes and for theatrical purposes. They force you into not really being able to shake the double team thoroughly enough. And a lot of times this same thing will happen also just if you just call a screen. You'll try to run over the top of the screen, and it's like you're not really allowed to actually move with accuracy, with pinpoint accuracy and strategy, right? You're forced into kind of jogging around it, or you're not really allowed to just make sharp movements like that. All right, and it's all for the sole purpose of controlling and managing your ability to execute your plans in this game, because the AI is doing whatever it can to give the computer on the opposing team some sort of an advantage without appearing as if that's what it's actually doing. When in reality, that's all it's really doing. It's trying to give computer the advantage. Now, why would they want to do something like that? Because they're not really able to program the CPU well enough to compete based on merit. So they have all of these different uh, uh, vocations, if that's a proper word, all of these different functionalities engrafted into the AI to subtly cheat you, or to restrict your ability to play well. All right, right here, this was just a takeoff. This is just a clean takeoff. But you know why they will not allow it? Because check it out. The AI understands I could take this route. I can run over here, get to the paint, bust his ass, dunk on him, or maybe pass the ball over here. Then it could go back around, and whatever happens, they understand all the different possibilities of everything that you're getting ready to do, because they've programmed it to understand situations. All right. So when you're trying to do certain things, or you think you're being smart and you got a certain plan set up, the AI already has a reaction programmed within it to cheat you out of being able to execute that plan. All right. Or I could just take off, get a running mid-range streak, whatever the case may be. Their purpose is to manage and restrict your ability to execute your plans, rather than programming the computer to actually be good enough to stop you. All right, peace.